Forget what you heard. Yeah, boy!
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Forget What You Heard. I'm Aaron.
And I'm Luke.
Today we're going to do some NBA awards, some All-NBA teams. We're just going to reminisce on this wonderful shortened NBA season and just go through all the memory lane and make our predictions on the All-NBA teams, the MVP, Coach of the Year, etc. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun-filled. You know, the season winded down, and now it's playoff time, so we're just going to, go cruise into it and look forward to a nice, long playoffs and beautiful games.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a great season, given all the factors with COVID and everything, kind of the shortened season. But, yeah, it's going to be fun. I like the ability to predict the awards and, kind of collaborate and discuss the All-NBA teams. But the biggest issue for me is predicting them because, we don't know what these beat writers or, voters, where their minds are, which players they preferred this year. And it's going to be tough to accurately predict it, but I think this is more so of what me and Aaron think should happen.
I thought like a voter. It's a lot of politics, so I got into my politician mind. I put my politician cap on.
You went into lawyer mode.
Yeah, I went robotic. So this isn't really. I'm trying to get it right. This isn't like heart. I'll mention like what my heart says, but this is me trying to like nail it on the head, because I know that there's politics, missing games.
Injuries,
all that. I think that there's a lot of factors and a lot of stuff going on underneath the table, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, there is, and it's hard to predict too because, there's players who you would think deserve it. Maybe they had a great year, but then there's guys who've had big names who necessarily didn't have great years, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because a lot of the voters I don't think are like watching every game.
They're not.
It's just like people that have done journalism for a really long time, so they earned a vote.
And with that too, like even if they do, watch a few games of this certain player, maybe they're closed-minded to that player already. Like maybe they already had that, he's going to be on my second team for 40 games into the year. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that's a big factor. That's why I put on my politician cap, my journalist cap, and pretend like I didn't know much, and like, hey, I look at this big name, let's put him in there. He had a decent season.
Right.
He's been there, done that.
Yeah,
they don't really it's hard to be a new, like kind of like a younger player and get an All-NBA. Because it's saying you're the best top 15 player in the whole league, which is...
It's hard to get when there's already established guys who, like I mentioned, didn't necessarily have their best year of their career, but, they've been there.
Their name, man.
They've done that, so...
Their name rings bells, man.
Let's go ahead and jump right into the third team. We'll run it down from the bottom to the top.
All right. Third team. We just want to go, like, point guard?
Yeah, you can just say your whole team if you want.
I want to do point guard. You just say your point guard.
Okay.
So we can see each other's eyes.
All right.
And I want you to look at me whenever you're doing it.
Okay.
So I can see if it's a real pick or if it's your head pick or your heart pick.
No, I really thought through my teams.
So this is your heart.
Yeah, I actually have two lists. I have a list that's with my
I should have done that.
head and with my heart. So
I should have done that. All right, so
we can discuss both. So.
My third team point guard is Kyrie Irving.
Yeah. My third team point guard is Chris Paul.
Dang, he fell?
Yeah, I like the other guards I have a little higher.
Interesting. Yeah, I have Kyrie Irving. Brooklyn Nets were the second seed in the East. He averaged 27, 5, and 6. And he also joined, I think we mentioned this before, but the 50-40-90 club, which is very impressive. He did miss games, and he went incognito, and he did sage it up. But, man, he played a heck of a year. Still one of the most agile best ball handling. Just it's always fun to watch Kyrie Irving, play basketball, and I think he deserves a spot in the top 15.
Yeah, the third team to me is the hardest team to predict because
I think so too. There's a lot of people that you could put in there.
So many honorable mentions.
Mm-hmm.
Trae Young is deserving, in my opinion. He had a great year, 29 points, 9 assists, led the Hawks to a 5th seed in the East. Yeah, other guys like Russell Westbrook, who had, some people were saying he's one of the best 15 guys, which I probably would agree with. He was outstanding. Bradley Beal is another guy who's probably fell short on my list. And it's just hard. I think it's really hard to put, the top 15 or top 6 guards that you have to pick from.
Yeah, it's very, very, very hard, but
yeah, I had Chris Paul as my starting point guard on the third team. Could argue him being second if you want, but he averaged 17.5 points, 6.7 assists, 5 rebounds, and 1.5 steals. But the biggest stat for me in Chris Paul is assist-to-turnover ratio. He's very high on that every single year. I think that's his most rewarding stat because, he values his possessions.
He does.
He's looking to find ways to score, ways to limit turnovers, limit, wasted possessions. And he's elite at that. That's his best trait. And, the Suns are the 2nd seed. They've been unreal this year. He's very deserving of a second team, but I have 4 guards, I think, that performed a little higher than Chris Paul because, 17.5, 6.7, and 5 isn't necessarily second-team worthy, but like I said, his best attributes are outside of that. And I think some of these guys are going to look at his stat line and be like, oh, I'd rather have, so-and-so above Chris Paul rather than, seeing how he affected the Suns team. So I'm going to leave him down here in the third team, but he's been absolutely incredible this year.
Yeah, I like all those points. I'll have to save some of mine for a later time. Wink, wink. So my shooting guard is Bradley Beal of the Washington Wizards.
Okay.
Who's your shooting guard?
Kyrie Irving.
Oh, I see what you did there. So yeah, I have Bradley there. He had his best season as a pro. He's been pushing the envelope for the last few years. This year he just had an explosion on the offensive end. Him and Steph going toe to toe for the scoring title. I just think he won over the fans. Hopefully he's getting recognition from the voters. And I think he gets in, man. He's my shooting guard for the third team.
Yeah, Bradley Beal started out incredibly hot from the get-go. I know their team wasn't winning, but, he was the leading scorer for a long time. I like the pick. I think he could definitely get some votes on the third team, but, I can't leave Kyrie Irving on this list. Given Chris Paul's at the point guard, I'm going to put Kyrie at the other guard spot. I mean, you mentioned him already. 25 and 6 assists. The 50-40-90 club, that's not a common occurrence. It's very rare. And I think he's been excellent. Every game that he's been in, he's affected it positively. And the Nets are a really good team. So I slid Kyrie Irving up in there in the third team, second guard spot.
Nice. All right, let's move on to the forwards. You want my surprise forward or the one that's real?
Whatever you want to give to people, man. Let us know.
I got LeBron James, which seems like sacrilege, being that he's, his numbers speak for themselves this year. It's just he missed so many games. I really could put him in, like if this was my heart, I'd put him on the second team because I can't do LeBron like that, man, the king. And no king is fit for the third team, but I'm going to do it just because of all the games he missed. Thinking like a voter. He averaged 25, 8, and 8, man. He looked like he was on fire before his injury. Then the injury, he was out for like 6 weeks. And it took him a while to shake off some rust. He's still pretty dang rusty, but he you could see that twinkle in his eyes during the playoff game, man. And I don't mean the eye that got poked by Draymond, when you're seeing 3 different rims and he shot at the real one. God, that guy's something else.
He's corny, but
yeah, he's corny.
What an incredible shot, though.
Yeah, it was It was awesome. It was an awesome game. I don't think the Lakers will play that bad in the first half again. And so yeah, I have LeBron James, as sacrilegious as that is, man, third team.
Yeah, I could see it. He's gonna get some 13 votes, just based off him getting injured. Yeah, I can see it. I think it's fine. The forward for me is Jason Tatum, sliding into the third spot, the first forward spot on the third team. He put up some good stats: 23.5 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 1.3 steals. He had a good year. I know the Celtics kind of underperformed, but he's a rising star in this league, and I think overall he is a top 15, top 20 player in the league as it is now. A lot of people like the Celtics. A lot of voters like watching the Celtics. They know how special Tatum is. And I think he gets the votes there at that third spot on that third team over guys like Durant, who missed too much time, Zion Williamson, who's still a young guy, and Jimmy Butler. I think he gets it over Jimmy Butler, just surely based off, how much he's improving year in and year out, and being so good for that Boston Celtics team. So I have him in my first forward spot on the third team.
Nice. And then my other forward, I have Julius Randle.
Yeah.
Of the New York Knicks, man. And I'd like to put him on the second team, but, with my cap on, I can't, man.
Yeah, I have Julius on there too, and I feel that exact same way. I feel like I want to put him on that second team, but
it might be too early for me. I need to show it more. Maybe that's part of the voting, like who's shown it more consistent.
Yeah, who knows, man? The voting probably changes year in and year out, but I think he's deserving of a second team. I'm surely he's going to get some MVP votes. You know what I mean? So
yeah, and he put up great stats, 24, 10, and 6.
That's
Larry
incredible.
Bird stuff, man.
And the Knicks were supposed to be one of the worst teams in the East. They're 4th spot in the playoffs. I mean, in my opinion, he had been, top 10, top 12 player all season long. So, he's going to get some votes to be second team, but we'll see.
Yeah, he'll probably end up on the third team. But,
yeah.
And then for my center on the third team is Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, same here.
The Stifle Tower, 14 and 14. He does his thing on the defensive end. Jazz were, the best team in the West. So, I'm not a huge fan of them. I would put, Bam or someone that I truly liked if this was my heart. But like I said, man, I'm looking through different eyes, man. I'm looking through a politician's eyes right now, man. So don't judge. But yeah, I got the Stifle.
Even with my head or my heart, it's Rudy Gobert at that 3 spot. People would argue Bam Adebayo, but their stats are pretty similar in terms of scoring. Bam averaged half a point per game more. Gobert averaged four more rebounds. But, Bam's more of a playmaking kind of big, which you assist. But just the influence of Gobert on the defense. Defensive player of the year candidate. And just, the Utah being the second seed, I think that gives him the upper edge. And I think he gets that third team spot. I think it's pretty easy. He's been the third best center in the league. So, that gives him the okay at that third team All-NBA spot.
All right, that rounds out the third team. Let us move on to the second team, if you dare.
Let's do it.
All right. So for my guard, I have Chris Paul, point guard. And you gave his stats. To me, this is about his longevity, how good he's been, how on every team that he seems to go to, he improves them. How he took the lowly Suns and made them the second seed powerhouse in the West. I think it's a testament to his play, his leadership, his work ethic. And I think this is like a lifetime achievement award for him. So, give him the second team at, how old is he? 36, 37?
Yeah, he's up.
So, yeah, I have Chris Paul up there for my second team.
Cool. Yeah, he's going to definitely get some votes. Could definitely see it happening. Wouldn't be surprised at the slightest. But we'll
I'm
see.
curious to hear yours, bud.
Yeah, my second team point guard is Dame Lillard. He had an absolutely outstanding season. 29.5 points, 8 assists, 4 rebounds, 1 steal, and the most threes made per game at 3.9, which is a good stat for him. He's scored efficiently. I know he's had some down games, but overall, he's been outstanding. I think he's been a top 10 player this year, and the Trailblazers have been really, really good, and they're very hot going into the playoffs. And he's very deserving of a second team, if not first team. It's just, I think the guys above him are going to garner those first team votes because of their name, because they've been there, because of the brand. But yeah,
Dame's got a pretty big brand, dude.
Yeah, he does. That's why
You seen him in all them commercials?
That's why I think he's going to have the most votes outside of those top votes for being on the first team. But I think he just inches outside of these other two guys. Yeah, I think that's just what happens. But Dame's first guard on that second team.
Respect. Spit me a freestyle like Dame would.
Yo, it's Dame Dalla. I pull up like a koala. My dog is near my shorts, but my hand is on my collar.
Dang, man, that was actually very impressive. That was off the top. I ain't gonna lie, that was good. You must have had the spirit of Dame in you during.
He did.
I felt his presence here as well. That was
the
incredible.
Dame with his bib and his. That was the Dame that entered me. That just there.
I don't know what you're talking about. Is that commercial?
Yeah, where he's a baby.
Was that a long time ago?
With Kevin Love. You don't remember that?
No. Oh, it's like the family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
okay.
The Dame that was there for a minute.
Yeah, that was pretty good, man. I could see it. It smells like you soiled your diaper, though.
Yeah, I'll leave it in there.
Yeah. Can you get a fan? Anyway, for my next guard, I got Luka Doncic. I know that this is probably a surprise. It's like, oh, Doncic is a shoo-in for, the first team. His stats are 28, 8, and 9 assists, which is, nearing a triple-double. But if you actually watched, the whole offense is run around him. It's through him. They want him to take 25, 30 shots a game. He wasn't that efficient. It didn't
48.9% isn't bad at all.
From what?
His overall? That's his best shooting year.
Oh, well,
From the field?
It's just not fun to watch, I guess. I don't know. I don't really like watching the Mavericks at all.
I hate the Mavericks, but I disagree. I don't think there's no way Luka's the second team.
That's fair. This is just, like I said, I'm thinking with my...
I respect it. Yeah, keep it going, man.
What are the Mavericks, a 5th seed?
Yeah, they finished higher than the Blaze.
Huh.
That's another reason.
He could quite possibly be in that first team, but for me, in my brain, I'm going to put him on the second team, man.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. He rubs me the wrong way now. I used to really like Luka. He complains too gosh darn much.
Everybody do, man.
It seems like the Europeans complain a little bit more than the rest.
Yeah,
other than Draymond and Boogie.
Draymond complains like a fruit.
That's why I said other than Draymond and Boogie.
Oh, I thought you meant like other than those guys. But everyone really does.
I don't know, man. Watch a European, dude.
They're bad.
Like, it's just like Sabonis yesterday.
They got that soccer football genes in them too.
Hey,
too
man,
many
you
of
better
them.
not. You better take that back. I never complained once.
Hey, just saying.
All right, well, who's your guard?
James Harden.
Who?
James Barden.
I thought he was disqualified.
No, there's no way. Let me tell you. 25 points per game, 11 assists. Sure, he was injured for some of the year, but he played most of the games. When he played him, he was one of the best players in the world. I wanted to put him on my first team, but, sadly injuries kind of dampened that. But he's definitely a all-NBA second-team player in my eyes. The Nets were outstanding. He was pretty much the best player for a few weeks with Kyrie and KD down. I think he's definitely deserving of this second spot on the second team. Couldn't leave him off the list. Couldn't see him past second team, but we'll see. I like him here. I like him here a lot, and he deserves it. He's been one of the best players in the league. But yeah, James Harden, second team. Welcome on.
Who
Who do you got at your forward spot?
I got Paul George.
Okay.
PG-13, man. He's got the the career numbers, the career averages. He keeps doing it year in and year out. You can say what you want about his playoff struggles, but during the regular season, he brings it, man. He's a very good player. He's a top 15 player. This may rub people. This may give you a sour taste in your mouth. But look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? I know that Paul George is a top 15 player, man. Two-way guy. I mean, his stats were very good. 23, 7, and 5. Yes, him and Kawhi sit out games, but the Clippers were still a 4 seed in limited time. It's just another career award, He's done it for so long. Might as well just hand him another second team just to boost his case for the Hall of Fame when he retires. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I like Paul George on here. I'm going to have Paul George on the second team as well.
Yeah, PG-13, baby.
He had a very under-the-radar year. I guess that's because he's the shadow of Kawhi, but, you mentioned his stat line. 23, 7, and 5. It's a really good year, man. And very good player, very well deserving. Clippers being a 4 seed, and he's a star in the league. That's what it is. He has been for a long time.
Been there, done that, man.
Yeah, very deserving. He slides in there as well for me. So,
why do they call him PG-13?
Because he can't get to that rated R.
Oh. Thank God you had the punchline, because I didn't know what I was going to say.
Yeah, maybe he's just suited for kids, man. He's not about that dirty work.
Do you ever have to show your ID for PG-13?
Did I?
Do you?
No.
They always ask me.
Yeah, it's probably because you got your pants around your ankles.
It's because I wear my jacket. I tie it around my waist so I look like I'm in elementary school.
Yeah, I believe that, man.
I always have and the jacket's full of candy that you get at the dollar store, so you don't have to spend a boatload at the theater.
Yeah. Well, that's all right, though.
Thank you. But I like your pick, man. I'm glad we're on the same page with this. This one's going to get people irate.
Okay.
I cannot wait.
All right, let's hear it then.
Jimmy Butler. From the Miami Heat.
That's rich for me, man.
It's rich for my liking as well, but, as I said.
Do you have his stats on you?
Yeah.
Can I hear him?
22, 7, and 7.
Dang.
Yeah.
Did you have a interesting fact about him, or is that it?
Do I have an interesting fact?
Like just one that would prove worth for a second team.
His trash talk. I forgot
He's mean, dude.
What did he say to Kat? I think he said something very mean. You're a loser. Like they were just playing and he just started going off. But Jimmy Butler, man, he's doing it again. Heat had a rough year with COVID. He was out with COVID for a while. He started to turn it on, and again, as a voter, what I'm looking at it through is that, Jimmy does it every year. He's a dog. And then those stats are very good, and you know that what you're getting out of Jimmy Butler, and he's a top 15 player, and you don't really have to worry about it. As a voter, of course, yes. I don't know if I would do this if I was Aaron.
Did he make an all-star team? No, he declined. Because Bam wouldn't, right?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, I could see him being second team, but I don't have him on any of my teams, but if I were, he'd be a third team probably.
Yeah, I'd have Julius Randle on my second team.
That's what you should have done, probably.
I'm not Aaron.
Who are you?
Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, gosh. Stephen would probably have Julius on his first team.
No, you can't be biased like that, man.
You can. They do it. They do it every year, man.
But Stephen A. Smith probably would because he's ASA 9, ASA 10, ASA 11.
Yeah, and 12 as well. But my second forward spot, I'm going to put LeBron on my second team.
You can do whatever you please, dude.
He's going to be my second forward. As crazy as that sounds, LeBron missed too many games. His numbers were there, 25 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 51% from the field, 37% from three. Outstanding, great year. He's obviously going to get some MVP votes, but he's going to fall short. Just missed too many games. The Lakers underperformed all year. Just not a great year for the Lakers overall, led by LeBron. He's worthy of making an All-NBA team, but, I think he's going to fall short of that first team. He's going to be a second teamer. His name's too big to fall below there, but, yeah.
That's abysmal.
How can
you have the king on a second team?
I know. I feel the same way. Like, I have him on my first team, but my second list doesn't, so.
That's not right.
You don't believe that?
I have him third team, man.
Oh, gosh.
You know how I feel right now? I feel like putting my head in the toilet and flushing a couple times, man.
That's too. Why do you have him 25, 8, and 8? That's better than anyone on the second team, probably.
This is how I know, but you know what my format is. It hurts for me to say.
Because he missed games?
Yeah.
You have Joel Embiid in there?
Where?
Second team.
I know.
He missed just as many, if not
you
right.
You want to bet?
Nah, LeBron missed more.
We should have put how many games played.
Yeah, but he missed games. You still got him in there.
Well, if I was thinking like Aaron, LeBron would be on the second team at least. You can't put him on the first team.
I'll put him on the second if I have to.
That's just abysmal that you have him on the second team. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Hey,
you call yourself a LeBron GOAT?
I don't think LeBron's going to get first team.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I have him second team.
But that's not
What's
right.
the big deal?
You should be ashamed of yourself for calling yourself LeBron the greatest of all time.
He still is.
Yeah, imagine having a second team on your resume.
Did Michael Jordan ever get second team? Probably not.
On the Wizards? No, he didn't even make any NBA team, I don't think.
He still plays against the grain.
Who does?
LeBron.
He plays against the grain?
Yeah. He gets doubted every year, and he makes big shots when it counts.
You got Caruso on the third?
If Caruso made my team, I'm lighting it up.
Yeah. In a good way?
No, terrible.
You don't like Caruso.
He did fine. He looked good in the playing game, but
I think he looks good with that shiny head.
I think he's a fine player, but I'm not a big AC fan, really.
Hey, come on, man. That's my namesake.
All right, who do you have at your centers?
Well, you spoiled it for all the people at home.
I think everyone knows.
Joel Embiid.
I think it's Joel.
I wish I could put him on the first team because he deserves it, but
I think
you can't have two centers.
Could you put him on there?
I don't know how they're doing. If it's positionless, then we got this all wrong. But if not, then
could he be considered a forward?
I don't know if they're doing
if you did that, you can have Luka then. Yeah, let's make a case for Joel at second team.
I can't because he deserves to be first team, but you can't have two centers, I don't think. I think that's against policy.
Okay, so you have him second team.
That's what I'm saying. So do you.
Make a case.
My case is he averaged 29, 11, and 3 assists. Dominant. We haven't seen a dominant big man like this in quite some times in terms of offense. He's a better shooter than Shaq. He's big like Shaq.
Hey.
But he's not that physically imposing. He's kind of a gentle finesse guy. But he can bang around there a little bit. It's a phenomenal season. Sixers were the number 1 seed. I'm starting to convince myself he deserves the first team.
You could have Jokic on the second team. That's fine.
How can I put the on the second team?
Curry.
What about Curry?
MVP.
Is Curry?
MVP.
I have Jokic as the what?
Okay, no, I have Joel on the second team. 29, 12, 3, and 1.4.
I got 29, 11, and 3.
All right. But yeah, no, Joel Embiid, first seed with the Sixers in the East. Absolutely beast, boss, bench. Just all the above. He was dominant.
Beast, boss, bench?
All the above.
Dang.
He's been real good. I'm a big fan. He deserves it. And we love him. We care for him. And we respect him. Not only for what he is, but what he's done for the NBA. And I love him.
All right, let's not get into his philanthropy. Let's talk about basketball.
He cares a lot about the game. And he's very deserving of the second team. So that's my second team.
Can you make an argument for the first?
No.
You're happy with him being... Because I have Joel Embiid, Oh, we'll have to say that for later for my surprise picks. You have any honorable mentions? What about AD?
No, he wasn't very good.
Yeah, he was, and I saw his number.
21-8,
yeah,
49%.
The guy leads the league in grabbing his ankle and knee every game. Grow up, dude. You're 6'11". If I was 6'11", and someone hit me, I'd hit him back.
Yeah, he's more fragile than a piece of paper in a sandstorm.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know, man. That paper could probably take a lot of sand. I'm not sure.
Not in a sandstorm, it couldn't. That thing's getting ripped up, torn apart, flit around.
I heard that he has to use a padded toilet.
Yeah, I heard they have to use Pampers on him.
I heard that he has to sleep on a waterbed.
Yeah, I believe it.
Because he's so fragile, man.
I heard he has to use dude wipes instead of TP.
Why are we hating on AD? We have his autograph.
Yeah, but he's yeah, like you said, he's on people's nerves. Like if you're an LA fan, yeah, you're biased. You love AD, but in reality, he's a bum.
He's not. He's definitely not a bum. He's just a crybaby to me.
That's a bum in my eyes.
LeBron's a crybaby. He started crying because he got poked in the eye.
He actually did though. AD will fall over if he trips on someone's leg.
I remember he was coming out of the timeout or whatever. He's like, I can't see.
Have you ever been poked in the eye?
Yeah.
You can't see.
I know. I did it in a soccer game.
It's not fun or anything. But yeah, he is very dramatic. I agree that LeBron is a drama queen.
Yeah, but the thing about LeBron, he had time. They put eye drops in his eyes. Whenever I poked my eye, I was in the game still. And I still played through it and didn't cry. I didn't see 3 goals. I saw 1, dude, and I passed the ball.
Why are we... we're talking about Anthony Davis.
They're on the same team, so there is a connection.
No, there's not. They're both drama.
They cry a lot.
They're both very dramatic, but... I mean, Anthony Davis is hurt all the time. That's the difference.
I see the correlation here. They're in L.A. A lot of actors live in L.A. They're trying to win an Oscar.
Yeah, Space Jam, man, might.
Oh, man, if I see that, I'm going to start tearing up.
I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to enjoy it, because it's going to be good.
Are you going to go to the theater?
Yeah.
I'm going to sit in the very first row, so I have to look straight up, and my neck will hurt after.
That's the worst seat in the house.
Were you going to sit in the handicap section?
No, the spot right in the middle where you can put your feet up on that bar.
Oh, the rail?
The rail right there? Yeah, that's the best spot in the house.
You going to be wearing shirt?
I'm going to get some Twizzlers, big bucket of popcorn, and some Mr. Pibb.
Oh, Mr. Pibb, man.
Nah, I'll probably get an icy.
Yeah, I get an icy, but the thing about the ices are, man, no refill, brother.
But you have to
get I finish it
half
before
Coke,
the movie.
half cherry, and stir it together.
Oh, no, I'm not a serial killer. I just get the cherry.
All right, James Holmes.
But the thing about an icy, man, is you finish them before the movie, and then you're thirsty because you're eating the popcorn.
No, but you eat the popcorn because they're buttery, and you get thirsty, you take a sip of the icy, and it's a perfect combination. Salty and sweet.
Actually, you get a large popcorn, and you eat it, and then you go back and you get the refill in your popcorn of drink.
You ever have a drink?
Have you ever had a drink?
What about said drink?
Yeah, I've had said drink. Very good, refreshing.
Sprite.
Man, there's something about, man, I'm making me want to go to the movies just to see, like, the Lion Tales or something.
You want to go see Lion King?
What's Lion Tales? I'll go see
Shark Tales?
Dragon Tales. But
DuckTales.
I just want to go see a movie now and get a large popcorn. You know how they have the butter machine?
Mm-hmm.
I usually put it in my hair to slick it back.
Yeah, that sounds like something you do.
I usually get one of the janitor's numbers.
Yeah, that ain't too far-fetched.
The last one was Carrie.
Who?
Carrie.
Well, who is she?
He.
What are they up to?
Oh, no, man. Sweeping the bathroom.
Hey, I support the movie workers, though.
That seems like a chill job.
Free movies?
What do they do, actually, if you're not at the concession stand?
Yeah, but you gotta deal with Karens.
I'd say, listen, Karen, go put that butter in your milk.
Yeah, I don't know, but I support them.
I support
because
them.
movie theaters are falling apart.
Is it open again?
Yeah. Of course, man. They gotta make money, man.
You want to see Godzilla vs. Kong after this?
I already seen it.
Bootleg?
It's interesting. You guys should watch it.
Bootleg?
There's a good message behind it.
Bootleg?
Very conspiracy.
How do we get it all the way to Cinemark?
I don't know, man. Let's check it out, though.
All right. Enough of the. Let's cut the crap, man. I think we're on the first team now, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, the top 5 players in the NBL.
Yeah. National Basketball League.
Yeah. Man, he's getting good over there.
Yeah, I ain't dumb. Still wear Velcro shoes.
Still stinky.
All right. My guard. For the first team.
Oh, my gird.
For first team All-NBA. Stephen Curry. The greatest shooter one has ever seen.
Yeah, absolutely.
He
really took it to another level.
He went out of the atmosphere with this year, man. Took the lowly, stinky Warriors, had a whole bunch of G Leaguers, and he had Andrew Wiggins and Draymond, which still isn't saying much. And got him. They're playing right now, so to be determined. Maybe into the playoffs. I haven't.
TBD.
Yeah, TBD. But it's just amazing what he's done. He literally, the smallest guy on the team, put the team on his shoulders, and just literally annihilated and scorched the earth with his scoring and his shooting. It's a nightly marvel just to see him play and shoot. So I just, he's got it, man. He's there, man. He's first team, man.
Yeah.
He's top 5 player in the NBA, and I think that we can be on agreement with that one, buddy.
Yeah, definitely a top 5 player, definitely deserving to be first team. He's my first team guard as well. Absolutely unreal player. Greatest shooter ever, you said it. MVP candidate this year. I'd probably place some votes on him if I was voting for sure. He's just been dominant. He's been unreal. Great player. He takes that stinky Warriors team and just carries them like Dora in her backpack.
Backpack. I'm the thing that's loaded up with maps and knickknacks too. Anything that you might need, I've got inside for you.
Swiper, no swiping.
Hey, Swiper, beat it, little guy.
Yeah, so we both have Curry at the point guard spot. Let's move on to the next spot. What you got?
Dame Dollar. Damian Lillard.
Give us your best Dame Lillard impression.
Shorts.
Not bad. I think that's worthy of a first team.
Yeah, so you gave the stats. It's just I'm tired of Lillard being overlooked. He's a big name. The voters like him. He's a rapper. He kept the Blazers afloat amongst all those injuries they had. He's just a great guy, and I think he deserves it. It might be pushing it. You could put Doncic. You could swip Doncic and Lillard. But, I'm going to give the nod to Lillard this year, man. Give him put some respect on his name.
I respect him very much, so.
Thank you.
As a second team guard.
That's a backhanded compliment, bud.
No, that's great.
You'll be here.
Top 4 guard in the league.
Yeah, that's fine. And he very well, it could go either way, but.
He's probably the second best, true point guard behind Steph.
Damian Lillard.
Yeah, I agree. I like it. Solid.
He went to Weber State, man. Put some respect on that.
I do.
Name another NBA player that came out of there.
Greg Ostertag.
You remember Greg Stiesma?
That's ringing a bell, yeah.
The white guy with blonde hair in Timberwolves?
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember.
He made an NBA third team.
No.
I know.
Ain't no way. Yeah, my second guard is Luka Doncic. Pretty easy, excellent year. Dang near triple-double, 28.5 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. Most efficient year shooting yet, 48.5%. Mavericks are a 5th seed in the West. Very tough conference, but he's, like you said, they don't have a lot of players on their team. He really took it to the next level, carried this team to a 5th spot. And he's not getting as much love this year for some reason, but he's been outstanding. 1 rebound, 1 assist away per game for a triple-dub on the year. And he's just been unreal. I can't see him anywhere lower than a first team. I know you have him lower, but it's hard for me to see that. But, yeah, Steph and Luka have been the 2 guys for me.
Yeah, that's commendable the way you put that. So I can't argue.
What do you have next?
Forward. Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi, as we all know, sits out a few games here and there. just to get some rest, man, because they're preparing for the playoffs. He's got bigger fish to fry. He's the fun guy, he's the cool guy. He's got cornrows. And he does it year in and year out. He's a silent assassin, and he's the board man. And his stats speak for themselves. He averaged 25, 7, and 5, which is great. Great, beautiful. They're the 4 seed. They're looking, like they're going to make a good, strong run in the playoffs. And, his name holds weight, man. His name holds weight. Kawhi Leonard, baby, is a forward on the first team.
Yeah, I have Kawhi Leonard too. You said it, all of the above. I think he's the most underrated superstar in the league. I do think he's a top 5, top 6 guy in the NBA. And he's just a stud. Everywhere he goes, he wins. I know they were only the 4 seed, but they really didn't start clicking until, kind of the second half. But he's really going to turn it on in the playoffs. I'm looking forward to it. And him and Paul George have been worthy of first and second team calls. He's that forward spot for me. Pretty comfortably, I like it.
You want to know an interesting fact about Kawhi? He likes to do ventriloquism in his spare time. Where you have a puppet and your mouth doesn't move with the puppet talks.
What's his puppet?
Rosh.
Rosh? Oh, gosh.
It looks like Steve Ballmer.
No.
Yeah.
No, don't tell me.
You know how Kawhi has like a real deep voice?
No.
His puppet's real high pitch.
What does he say to him?
He actually does it in a weird way. It's like his best friend.
What did he say about him?
Like they have normal conversations.
Oh, they talk back to back?
Yeah, like it's like his friend. People may say that it's weird, but I think it's talent.
You think they kiss?
I'm sure they've tried, or they have. I mean, they're so close.
Kawhi's got a dark side that no one knows about.
I feel like, yeah, there's something. He's got skeletons in his closet. I don't know what it is. I'm still trying to figure it out. He might be, pretend to be like a baby when he's at home.
No one knows, and I don't want to know. I don't want to find out.
I think he collects, inflatable pool toys.
Yeah, probably.
And he sleeps with them, all around his house.
He probably buys, expensive Jordans just for the shoebox, not the shoes.
I think he's sponsored.
Or Reebok.
Is he Reebok? He's New Balance.
Yeah, I like MBs, but...
I like newbies.
Me too.
I'm sponsored as well.
And he went to San Diego State, and that's just a strange place.
Well, the weirdest story is him whenever he'd get a rebound, he'd go, board man, board man. That's the weirdest thing. That's the weirdest. I mean, that's cool. But
I like that, but... on the court, he's a beast. I just don't want to know what he's doing off the court.
I want to know, man.
No. I don't think you want to know.
I want to know. You think he's a serial killer?
Wouldn't be shocked.
I wouldn't either. Isn't that weird?
I'm not hating, because he's an introvert, and so am I, but there's just something a little different about him.
I think when he goes home, he takes his battery pack out of his back and puts it in the wall.
Yeah. That's probably what it is. Maybe he's just not human.
Yeah, he's AI, man. And my other forward, I have...
Tekupo.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Tekupo.
And he put up, he does Giannis things like we've come to know, man. He just put up 28, 11, and 6, man, and that's a mouthful. Chew on that one. The Bucks were a 3rd seed and a tougher top of the East this year, so they couldn't just mosey on by. But Giannis, kept it going, kept it consistent. I think he got a little better at shooting. I don't know, maybe he shot more.
Maybe he still stinks. We just didn't know.
You can't stink and make the first team.
You're right. I'm sorry.
You can't stink and make the NBA.
Is that not true?
Kwame doesn't stink.
Kwame stunk.
He stunk in the
But I support what he's doing.
Kwame stunk in the NBA, but to get to the NBA, you can't stink. To be the first pick in the draft?
What about it?
Who's a bigger bust, Kwame Brown or Anthony Bennett?
Shoot, either one.
Anthony Bennett, he's not in the league anymore.
But he wasn't expected to go first overall. That's why I think it's Kwame. No one expected Anthony Bennett to go first. I just think that Cleveland was dumb. He was supposed to be like a back
It
of
doesn't matter.
the first
It doesn't matter.
10 picks, and he goes first overall, and everyone was like, what's going on?
It doesn't matter. He went one. So he'll always be the number
But
one
I'm just
pick.
saying, like, the expectations between the two.
Kwame Brown didn't go to college.
Yeah, but he was drafted first. Everyone knew he was supposed to be the first pick. Like, the expectations were much higher for him, and he flopped. Like, Anthony Bennett, no one really, like, knew that he was going to be first, so the expectations weren't as high.
But they were drafted the same.
I know, that's not what they were obviously first overall picks. I'm just saying Kwame's expectations were a lot higher.
Kwame never left the NBA. He played 10 seasons, dude.
Was he good?
No.
Okay.
I actually watched his highlights last night.
Did he do it? His highlights probably stunk too.
No, man, he had some freak dunks, man.
That's it.
But one of the highlights was him making a free throw because it was tied with 9 seconds left, and he made a free throw. That was one of the highlights.
I think Boban Marjanovic is better than Kwame Brown.
I'm pretty sure he is. You still think Anthony Bennett's better than Kwame?
Probably. No, I'm not saying
Anthony
he was.
Bennett's
No,
not-
I'm not saying one was better than the other. I'm just saying
No,
Kwame
it's-
had more expectations to be good. So by that, I think that makes him a
That's
bigger
not the
buzz.
not the question. Who's better? Who had a better NBA career?
That's not what you asked. You asked who was the bigger buzz.
Kwame.
Kwame was.
No, he wasn't, because Anthony Bennett's not even in the league.
Kwame was in the league but didn't even do anything.
But he never left the league. He was always a role player.
No, he stunk.
No. One of his highlights
All my point is the expectations were much higher for Kwame than they were for Anthony Bennett.
So you're saying that Anthony Bennett didn't have the number one overall pick expectations whenever he was picked?
No, he was projected to go like 8th overall, like back of the top 10, and then they took him first, and everyone was like, what? Like, that's crazy. Like, what are they seeing that
But
we don't?
once they were both drafted...
So once he got picked, like, yeah, everyone's like, he's the first pick, he should be good, but he wasn't expected to be the first pick. So it was like the expectations weren't as high, which makes sense.
I know what you're saying.
What's the big deal?
The big deal is Kwame's coming after you next. You're always putting down black athletes.
I love Kwame Brown. What he's doing now, he's exposing ESPN, all those terrible people who are ran by white people that are trying to destroy the black community, and Kwame's exposing it. It's a great thing, man. You got to support that. I believe in it. I hope he continues to take it to the next level. He's not starting it, he's escalating it. That's a beautiful thing.
Thank you for adding that, because I agree. He's the people's champ.
Keep it up, Kwame.
You ain't a bust, man. Not in life. You are a bust in the NBA.
Beautiful. Yeah, I agree. All right. I think our center is easy. Nikola Jokic, MVP of the 2021 season.
My MVP is actually...
Mine's Dolph Ziggler.
Well, he's not even in the NBA. But yeah, that's a pretty easy one, man. He's been a freak of nature all year. You know, he averaged 26, 11, and 8. That's incredible for a center. I don't think we've seen that ever, honestly. And I think he was close to 50, 40, 90, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think he was too.
So that's
I
another...
think he shot like 56 from the field.
Yeah, he's amazing. So yeah, we'll give him that first team, baby. Well deserved.
Yeah, I want to mention too how much he stepped up this year with Jamal Murray out. I think the Nuggets team without Jamal Murray probably isn't a playoff team, but Jokic stepped up big time, had an outstanding year, and led this team to a 3rd seed, which is a lot higher than expectations. I think he exceeded it this year. He dominated, and well-deserving. And big fan of Jokic, and I like the Nuggets' chances in the playoffs, but we'll see. Yeah, kudos, props to that great season. And I hope he can continue it for a long, long time.
I also want to say, don't give up if you're being body shamed, because Jokic, there's a picture circulating of him being a big, hefty boy.
Yeah, Diet Coke, man.
Diet Coke and 3 Big Macs and large fries, not. But
he would drink like a 12-pack of Diet Coke in a day.
Yeah, I heard crazy things. I heard that they had to start giving him gallons.
Yeah, that's terrible, but I mean, look at him now.
The cards he was dealt in terms of genetics, he was a big boy. He put on weight easy. And it just shows, man, if you keep working and you put your mind to something and you care about your health and you watch what you eat, you know, you can do anything. You can win MVP, you can run a marathon. You can continue eating.
Yeah.
You can do whatever your heart desires, whatever makes you happy. But if you don't like, you know, because, you know, chubby people are cute.
Yeah, man. If you're big and you enjoy being big, stay big.
Yeah, don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I just wanted to bring that little tidbit out because sometimes I feel like some people just need to hear that.
Yeah, if someone's body shaming you, take it in through the mouth instead of the ears and just eat it like you would do with the rest of your meals.
If anyone's body shaming you and you have your shirt on, take it off.
Please, for the love of God, keep your shirt on.
Take it off and let them gaze onto your glory.
Just take it.
Let them
Take
know.
your shirt off and start jumping up and down. Just give them the little sugar bear shake.
Yeah, let them know, man. Don't hold back. Take off your shirt.
That's disturbed.
Just let it go, man. Let it go. It's only words.
Words can only hurt so much.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words shall never hurt me, which is a lie, because words hurt too.
Yeah, don't hurt anybody, man. We all love. All right, where you want to start at?
I got it. All right, after the All-NBA teams, they're all rounded up. We put a bow on it for you. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's get some feedback. I know I'm going to get some very, very harsh criticism, but once my list or teams is chalk, then come talk to me. But I did like your picks as well, brother.
Yeah, thanks. We'll probably hit on some picks, but we're definitely not 100%.
I probably will go 100.
Yeah, right. You have Jimmy Butler in the second team.
Trust me, I thought like a voter. I know these people.
No,
I listened
he wasn't
to Bill
even
Simmons.
an all-star.
I listened to Bill Simmons' podcast. He's a voter.
He wasn't even an all-star. I disagree. He wasn't a top 10 player. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at the slightest. Julius Randle's more deserving.
I agree. Let's move on to some individual awards.
Can you sing us?
What?
Will you sing us a little song to transition?
We got some awards to give out to the boys in blue. They got and they smell like poo. All right, which one should we start out with? Coach of the Year?
Sure.
Coach of the Year.
Yeah, this one's real tough. It shouldn't be, but it is. But I'm going to give it to Tom Thibodeau. Monty Williams for the Suns had an outstanding year. Hopefully they can win, coach. Both can win Coach of the Year at a tie.
That ain't happening.
But it's going to be Tibbs. I think Tibbs took this Knicks team and really exceeded expectations. Statistically, I think they're the number one rated defensive team. That's Tibbs.
His bread and butter?
Bread and butter, what he's known for. And this Knicks team, they were my breakout team in the East at the beginning of the year.
Humble brag.
And big factor was Tom Thibodeau. I think he took this young group of guys. He taught them how to work real hard, how to play real hard. Definitely exceeded expectations. Was an outstanding coach all year for this team. And well-deserved of winning Coach of the Year for the New York Knickerbockers.
Yeah, I love that pick. Love it, absolutely love it. I like all the points you made. It could have gone many different ways, but Tibbs really righted that ship and brought the joy back to the Mecca, which is a beautiful thing, and I don't think it should be undersold. However, I'm going to give it to mighty Monty Williams for the fact that Suns have been bottom dwellers for so long. They rose like a phoenix in Phoenix out of the ashes to the number 2 seed. Monty Williams is an incredible guy. He's had some very tumultuous life. His wife died. I think that he's a great guy and a great coach, and I'm going to give it to Monty. Shout out Monty Williams, man. Great dude.
Yeah, I like Monty. He's a good guy.
But
the Suns have better players.
You want to do the 7th man?
Yeah, let's do it.
No, it's the 6th man. Gotcha.
No, I just didn't care to crack.
Oh, you're going to care about my pick, though.
All right.
What's yours?
Jordan Clark.
Ooh, we went chalk. Jordan Clarkson, man, for the The first seeded Utah Jazz was literally like a popcorn bag in the microwave. He started popping off shots immediately, whether he was having a good game, a bad game. It was overlooked. He was a pretty good passer, too. I think he averaged like 3 assists, which is better than he has in previous years. Shooting lights out. He's one of those guys, he's like the Lou Will reincarnated, but a little bit better. I won't say that, not a little bit better. But yeah, Jordan Clarkson, man, he brought it every night, and he's a big reason why the Jazz are the number 1 seed in the West. You hearing voices again?
Yeah, but Jordan Clarkson most deserved for sure. He's been great for that Utah team, number 1 team in the West. Been great off the bench, electric scorer. Definitely a microwave off the bench. He can hit some big shots for you. And he's not afraid to shoot. Man, he likes every shot he takes. He's not scared to fire it up and fling it. And 6th man of the year goes to Jordan Clark. Good.
Joe Ingles. You think he's a better overall player than Jordan Clarkson?
Yeah, I'd probably put Derrick Rose over Joe Ingles.
Me too. I love Derrick. All right, let's go to the most improved. Who you got in that spotlight?
Julius Randle, easy.
Ooh, let's chalk it up to 2-2.
I didn't even write down the other candidates. I don't even know. I think Jeremy Grant and Michael Porter are the others. Didn't even bother to write their names down. Julius Randle is winning easy. He's been outstanding at a MVP level year. No one really expects him to take that type of jump. But he took this Knicks team, carried them, was unreal all year, and I'm a big Randle fan. I like him. Had him on my fantasy team. Was great. And
4th.
Like him a lot, man. He's good.
Yeah, I have Julius Randle too, but however, I did write down the other ones. But yeah, Randle, I mean, he wins this one by a landslide. It's like a cheetah racing 2 ostriches. You look like Michael Porter.
Yeah, you look like Joe Ingles.
You look like Tom Thibodeau.
Yeah, you smell like Tom Thibodeau.
You look like Jokic when he was a boy. I wasn't weight shaming anyone.
Yeah, you smell the way Robin Lopez looks.
You look the way Robin Lopez smells. You smell like the underside of Zion's belly. Zion's gonna look exactly like Booger McFarland in 20 years. What do you got for me, bud? Defensive players?
Yeah, tomato. Rudy Gobert.
I got Ben.
Oh my gosh, he was 3rd on my list.
He's 3rd on mine, but you can pick one of the 3.
You pick Ben Simmons?
Yeah. They're the number 1 seed. He's a much better defender than Rudy Gobert. On ball.
I doubt it.
On ball, I've seen Rudy Gobert get cooked so many times.
Go look at the defensive rating chart, and you won't even find Rudy Gobert on there because he's so much better than anyone else. It's not even close. Who's the best defensive player of the year?
It's Ben Simmons.
He led in defensive rebounding, block shots.
He's the best on-ball defender, and he also can
Draymond Green's a better on-ball defender.
No.
Yeah, he is.
No, that's blasphemy.
Ben Simmons is
That's abysmal that you would even say that.
Ben Simmons is a wannabe Draymond on defense.
Take a hike.
Ben Simmons' strength is defense, and he's not even the best at it.
Kick rocks.
This guy stinks, man. Ben Simmons overrated. Not even that good.
You can say that about his offense, but you can't say that about his defense.
He's one of the better role
players.
Watch
this playoffs.
He's literally going to be Draymond Green in 8 years. They're going to be the same type of guy. Irrelevant offensively, can make a little passes, little plays, but they're going to double-team Joel and let Ben Simmons shoot. This is what it's going to come down to. Defensively, yeah, he can steal. He can interrupt passing lanes. He can guard your 1 through 4, fine. Draymond Green is the same guy. He's just more experienced. So give me Draymond Green.
Draymond's not as athletic or as long.
Draymond Green was athletic when he was 24, whatever.
It seems like you have to go number 2. Do we need a pause?
Yeah, I'll use the restroom in here.
Not again, dude. We're running out of diapers.
I'm just saying, I think he's similar to Draymond Green.
I want to be honest with you. I'm going to be frank. I think you have to poop.
Yeah, Draymond Green and Ben. Give me one difference between...
Huge.
They're the same. They're like the same.
Draymond can barely dunk.
What about Draymond 6 years ago?
I thought it was 2021. We're talking about defensive player this year.
Yeah.
Bing. I'm on fire, boys.
Yeah, but what does athleticism have to do with defense? If it was athleticism, Zion would be defensive player of the year.
No, he uses his athleticism to be a great defender. Watch him in the playoffs, dude.
Draymond's not
You don't
unathletic.
you don't have to take my word for it.
Is
but-
Draymond unathletic?
Have you ever seen a wooden Indian?
Yeah.
That's how he plays, stiff.
No, he doesn't. He's all over the place.
Hey, did you relieve?
No, even if I had to poop, this would still be my argument.
You need some Pepto?
No.
You need some Lactive?
No, I just use my hands and dig it out.
I could have gone my whole life without hearing that.
You brought it up. You keep saying I have to poop. How would you know if I had to poop?
It's usually how you get.
Nah, I get really, really sweaty.
You are sweating.
Not really.
Let's get into the Rookie of the Year.
All right. This one's fun. I like this one.
You got Halliburton?
I wish I did. He's a real good player. He's going to be good.
Who you got?
Got mellow balls.
I knew it, just like the rest of them.
He's got to be.
Why?
Because he's the better player.
Anthony Edwards for me.
Edwards might have had the better year. He could win Rookie of the Year. I just think Melo is the better player.
I mean, I agree, but I think Anthony Edwards showed progress throughout the year. I mean, Timberwolves started winning games at the end there when they probably should have been losing. But Anthony Edwards, he got more efficient, more aggressive, better at shooting, rebounding, assists, steals. I just like that. I mean, not a lot of people are going to agree with me, but yeah, I have Anthony Edwards. And Ball missed some games.
Yeah, that's the only reason it's close is that stretch where Melo was out and Anthony was, putting some good games together. But
Would you like to see Balls on the same team?
yeah, that'd be fun. But I want LaMelo to go to New Orleans.
Michael Jordan ain't going to let that little prize catcher go. And now, for the moment we've all been waiting for, the MVP. Drum roll, please. Jokic. Been the best player, very efficient. I think we're in agreement on this one.
Yeah, it's Yoke. Steph Curry behind him, Joel behind Curry, Chris Paul behind Joel.
Julius behind them.
Jokic has been the guy. We mentioned it already. Carried the Nuggets without Jamal. And his numbers are unreal. All I can hope for is that he continues to keep this level of play for years and years because he's a fun
Silence.
He's a fun player to watch. I like watching Jokic.
All right, and that's another episode of Forget What You Heard. Thank you, beautiful people, for listening and supporting. We're churning them out. Churning. And, keep your eyes peeled. We're going to drop episodes left and right from here on out. Let me redo that. All right, and that's been another episode of Forget What You Heard. Thank you guys so much for listening and the support. We can feel the love. We're going to keep coming with a podcast after podcast until we're red in the face. I'm going to redo it. All right, and that's another episode of Forget What You Heard. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thanks for the support, as always. I got to redo it. All right, and that's another episode of Forget What You Heard. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thanks for the support. We feel the love. And you guys have a great weekend. God bless. Peace, love, and happiness.